Hello, I'm Alyson Grange, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show for you, Resurgent Africa. Amid the coups and the crises, there are many positive stories from Africa that often get overlooked, but not on this show. Today we take you to countries around Africa to tell you stories of hope, positivity and innovation, and give you a glimpse into the lives of the people who call this vibrant continent home.
Nelson Mandela is a name that resonates deeply with the hearts of South Africans. It symbolizes the spirit of perseverance, unity and unyielding strength. His journey from prisoner to president encapsulates a narrative of hope and transformation. It makes him a beloved figure whose influence extends far beyond his lifetime. Despite passing away a decade ago, Mandela's legacy continues to thrive across the continent, reminding people how inspirational and resilient he was. One of the most enduring symbols of Mandela's legacy is the iconic Madiba shirt. Madiba is the clan name by which Mandela is known in South Africa. It was created for him over 30 years ago. The distinctive garment is worn untucked and without a jacket. The designer behind the Madiba shirt, Sonwabile Ndamase, fondly recalls the moment he was contacted by Winnie Mandela in 1990. Following Mandela's release from 27 years of imprisonment, he needed a wardrobe that could serve both formal and casual occasions. The designer, who met Mandela at his home in Soweto, created a shirt that would allow Mandela to address industry leaders and masses alike without the need for a tie.
It was then, at that time, that he started to tell me that he wanted something that when he's wearing, it must be something that could look very conservative for him to go and address the captains of the industry, and he must also be in a position of addressing the masses without him having to go and change. But it must be something that is comfortable.
The self-taught designer crafted loose-fitting silk shirts with bold Oriental-style patterns, which have now become emblematic of Mandela's legacy.
Anybody who wants to leave a Mandela legacy or who wants to leave Mandela ethos in life, guess what they are doing? They will go and pick up Madiba shirts.
Each Madiba shirt, with its vibrant colors and playful designs, tells a story. Whether featuring deep hues like burgundy and royal blue, or cooler tones depicting elements of nature, these shirts are instantly recognizable as part of Mandela's signature look. The designer, who suffered a mild stroke in March 2024, says he is now committed to passing on his craft to the next generation of garment makers. The legacy of the Madiba shirt extends beyond its fabric. It's a piece of history embraced by South Africa's political and business elite. Among its wearers are prominent figures such as the current president Cyril Ramaphosa and former presidents Thabo Mbeki and Jacob Zuma. The shirt has also found favor with international icons like former US President Bill Clinton and boxing legend Mike Tyson. In September, the designer will take his expertise to New York. He will be hosting a masterclass for young designers. This event will coincide with the launch of his Vukani brand's new collection, a tribute to the 30 years of democracy since South Africa's first all-race election in 1994. Nelson Mandela's legacy is woven into the very fabric of South African culture. The Madiba shirt is more than just clothing. It's a symbol of freedom, unity, and the enduring spirit of a man who changed the course of history. The effects of climate change are not limited to heat waves, floods and storms. They also threaten the existence of humans in ways that are often ignored till the time they can't be anymore. In the North African country of Tunisia, where 2/3 of the population lives along the coast, beaches have been disappearing due to rising sea levels and coastal erosion. The term coastal erosion refers to the loss of land along the shoreline because of several factors, including wind-driven water and tides. This land loss can also cause a shift in the coastline shape permanently. Tunisia's renowned seaside town of Hammamet has faced the very same problem. The town has watched its beaches shrink for over a decade, with rising sea levels eroding its shoreline. And to combat this growing challenge, Tunisia's Coastal Protection and Development Agency has now launched a beach nourishment operation in Hammamet. Authorities are busy spreading 750 truckloads of sand deposited throughout June this year. They say spreading the fine sand would help protect the beach. However, the government's beach nourishment program is drawing criticism from the locals. They say the program sounds good on paper, but a concrete action plan is needed to protect the beaches.
This beach is the postcard of the city of Hammamet, etched in our memories since childhood. Hammamet is this beach, this bay, and this beautiful landscape. I'm not against this solution as long as there is transparency, such as if the relevant ministry informed us it is a temporary solution for this summer.
Residents say without complementary solutions, the beaches can't be protected completely, as the sea could wash the sand away just like before.
When they tell us that this operation aims to protect the beach, it's not true because, unfortunately, it won't 100% protect the beach if it's not accompanied by other techniques.
It's a temporary solution, I would say. The 750 trucks, I believe, are equivalent to 15,000 cubic meters of sand that is being placed on the beach. We don't know how the sea would react. It could wash it away. But it could be a temporary solution.
Not just coastal erosion, but reports say plastic waste, water pollution and illegal urban expansion are also contributing in the loss of land in low-lying areas. According to Hammamet's Environmental Association, 20 meters of the beach have disappeared in the last 2 years. And even with the government's beach nourishment project, people are uncertain if the remaining land could be saved from erosion. Tunisia's Mediterranean coastline stretches for around 1,200 kilometres, and 80% of the country's economy relies on the shoreline. So, with climate change taking its toll, Tunisia's government has to take permanent action now to save its beaches before it's too late. In East Africa's Somalia, there are new faces patrolling the city streets. For the first time, the country has appointed female traffic police officers. The role was previously off-limits for Somali women who have been restricted to behind-the-desk administrative roles. But the conservative nation is now bending the rules. In the busy streets of capital Mogadishu, several women have assumed their new role. Clad in a white uniform, holding a baton, they are now tackling traffic congestion. From managing family responsibilities to the chaos in the streets, Somali women say they are loving their new era of multitasking.
The problems we face include that the roads are narrow and cause traffic jams, and this forces us to work all day, but we were trained to open jammed streets. I am satisfied with my job because we work for our people. We, the Somali female traffic police, the job is our choice, we applied for the job.
Somalia has long been a patriarchal society where men lead across sectors. The country ranks among the worst for women's rights. It stands fourth from the bottom on the UNDP Gender Inequality Index. Women have a poor participation in public roles, though a small proportion of them are employed and attend primary school. But authorities in Mogadishu have realized the need for change. Driving this need are Somalia's security challenges, which demand more personnel to guard the capital. Somalia is fighting a war against terror group Al-Shabaab, which controls a significant area of the East African country. An Al-Qaeda offshoot, the group has carried out several attacks and kidnappings in Mogadishu and other parts, resulting in the deaths and displacement of many. So, amid a security crackdown, Somalia has intensified its operations. It has deployed more personnel, set up checkpoints, and recruited female traffic police officers. As women have been brought to the forefront, many are appreciating their work. Motivated women officers are overwhelmingly welcoming all the encouragement.
The public also encourage me when they see me, a policewoman, standing in the street. They get out of their cars and congratulate us. They say, "Good job, keep it up." This encourages us. When the public you work for welcome you with open arms and are happy with the work you do for them, you can imagine just such a situation. I am very happy when the people I interact with understand me and work with me. It is very nice.
People on streets riding vehicles say they find female officers better than their male counterparts. They say women are handling the responsibility sincerely and morally.
The new traffic police women are very good. They are better than the male traffic police before them. The male traffic police were just looking for bribes and checking licenses. But now there are good female traffic police officers who check licenses and observe and implement law and order. The law needs to be observed.
While Somalia has a long way to improve women's rights, this latest move is a sign of gradual gains. As women prove themselves in the role of traffic police, it's possible that they will be given opportunities in more fields. Already, many women have been inspired and are looking up to work as traffic police.
Since we employed women, we get applications from many women who also want to join the traffic police. The employed ladies showed the importance of women working in the streets and the beauty of the streets. They work well. They inspired more new women and gave them the opportunity to join the traffic police. So now we have many women applying. We want to sort them and then train them. We shall select them in that way.
I encourage Somali women to become traffic police officers and work for their people. I tell them, work with us, and we work for you. Correct your mistakes. Most of you are good, and we urge you to correct the mistakes you are making.
Amidst the looming threat of Al-Shabaab, the presence of women like Officer Samira Abdullah in the bustling streets is a symbol of evolving society in the conservative nation. Her position has brought a sense of recognition to the community. But this could be just one major step for a larger change, and more such opportunities could be waiting for Somalian women. Mixed martial arts is a sport that has millions of followers and thousands of aspirants across the globe. But only a few dozen have been able to step into the ring. Sometimes it's a lack of the right opportunities, and sometimes a lack of access to adequate resources that keep many away from their dreams. However, mixed martial arts enthusiasts in Africa are now a step closer to their dream. The Professional Fighters League, or the PFL, has launched its African competition in Nigeria's Lagos city. In 2025, the PFL will have its series launched in Africa. The league will have a winning prize of a whopping $1 million. It will be chaired by Cameroonian and French mixed martial artist and boxer Francis Ngannou. The heavyweight is a former UFC champion. He's promoting the league in the continent.
You're going to see a lot of young children and young kids and stuff like that getting into MMA. You're going to see, like, you've got African athletes that are training MMA all over the world, and I think a lot of them will want to come home now to compete in their home soil as well. And I think that will just bring such a big spotlight to Africa. Like, there's other organisations, there's so many African champions out there, so it just shows you that Africa, like, we were born to be fighters, and this is what we do.
The league CEO, Peter Murray, says he has plans to ramp up training facilities and grassroots initiatives in Africa. The playoffs and championship seasons will be hosted in the continent within the next year.
Why now? It's, number one, incredible athlete talent throughout, not only here in Nigeria, but throughout the continent. And they deserve their own league to compete on major media platforms and the ability to become champions here on Africa, with events staged in Africa, but also distributed around the world.
The PFL already has American and European circuits. Now the announcement of PFL Africa is music to the ears of many people like boxing coach Bakare Akinwunmi.
This is a dream come true for me personally as a coach. So it's going to help in the area of training people, training young ones, and they know that the training is not just for fun, but the training is a pathway to a career and to something greater, something that can change the young one's life.
As a teenager, Akinwunmi was bullied in school. He used boxing as a way of escape. He found boxing to be therapeutic and a medium of self-defense. His escape has now become his career. The 40-year-old boxing coach has trained individuals who went on to compete outside Nigeria. However, Akinwunmi says that a lack of facilities and awareness about the sport discourages many from pursuing mixed martial arts as a career.
I know so many boxing gyms that people train even without shoes, and they go to train every day. And they wish they had these facilities, and they are out there. There are a lot of talents out there.
This is where the PFL will play a major role. With a series meant for the African continent alone, many will be encouraged to take up the sport. The PFL is yet to have an African-born champion. It has several fighters with roots in the continent, like 2023 light heavyweight champion Impa Kasangane of the US, or 2022 welterweight champion Sadibu Sai of Sweden, who has Senegalese heritage. With the launch of PFL Africa, it's now time to open new chapters in the league's history. In the vibrant city of Lagos, where the air is thick with dreams and determination, one name has become synonymous with excellence: Anuoluwapo Juwon Opeori. His journey is a tale of resilience and unyielding ambition. As Nigeria's undisputed champion and Africa's top badminton player, Opeori is now on the brink of making history. He has secured his spot at the prestigious Paris 2024 Olympics, making him the first Nigerian badminton player to qualify for 2 consecutive Olympic Games. However, the path to this pinnacle was not smooth. It was paved with numerous challenges and setbacks, demanding Opeori to participate in countless matches to garner enough points for Olympic qualification. His journey to badminton stardom did not come on a platter either. It was forged in the crucible of relentless effort and unwavering determination. Opeori's journey began with his brother and coach Funsho Opeori. From a young age, his raw talent and burning desire to succeed set him apart. Together, the brothers dedicated themselves to the sport, training with an intensity that reflected their shared ambition. Opeori's aggressive style and powerful smashes soon began to dominate the African badminton scene, earning him recognition and respect. Despite his expanding trophy cabinet, Opeori remains grounded, driven by a deeper purpose. His story is a vivid illustration that success is attainable regardless of one's background or origin. With the Paris Olympics on the horizon, Opeori has intensified his training regime. He blends local practices of running and strength training with advanced techniques learned abroad. The Badminton Federation of Nigeria is committed to provide him with the necessary support and resources. Opeori will begin his historic quest at the Paris 2024 Olympics in Group N. He will face Li Shifeng of China and Tobias Konesi of Switzerland. And in the face of immense expectations, he remains unfazed. He knows that his opponents will be formidable, each bringing their unique skills to the court. So as the sun sets over Lagos, casting a golden glow on the bustling city, Opeori trains tirelessly, his eyes set on the Olympic stage.
And that's all we have on the show today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to First Post. Across continents, one powerful news source.
bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
As the world warms, nature's sentinels will rise. As a billion hands will dig deep to write a new future for our planet.
On the today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the Western